Hello and welcome back. I'm Chris Richter and great to have you here. We're going to look at a multiple choice activity created using your own custom HTML and JavaScript. So that's some interactive content for you to have a go at developing. I'll show you the code, I'll show you the HTML, I'll show you the JavaScript, I'll show you the CSS, and then I'll show you how you can dump that into an online course, provided that the platform that you use actually allows this. A couple of ways to do it. I'll show you the fastest, easiest way to do that. Before that though, if you want to check out the courses that I have, there's a few courses on how to use the Moodle LMS plus some other courses as well. Feel free to check those out. Like, subscribe, all those things so that you can keep up with the latest, because we have a really cool series on creating interactive content for you using HTML and JavaScript. Let's get straight into it. So first of all, I'm using jsfiddle.net to develop this in, just to make it easy for you. And I'll put a link down the bottom for you to grab a copy of this fiddle if you need to. But the activity is quite simple. It's a multiple choice activity developed in pure JavaScript, so we're not using any other framework other than just JavaScript, HTML, CSS. The activity, quite simple: choose 3 of the best-selling albums in Australia. If you're going to choose one of these, you would just choose the option, or a student would. Select check answer, and it will tell you if they got it correct or incorrect. When they do get it correct, by the way, just to mention here, 5 to 4 is a band called Empire Between, which is my band. Check us out at empirebetween.com, or check out the YouTube channel. I'll put a link down the bottom as well. Check answer, and if all 3 are correct, because it says choose 3 of the best-selling albums in Australia, which are Bat Out of Hell, Whispering Jack, and Back in Black, and I should put a dash in just there as well. We'll do that in a moment. That's what the activity does. So quite simple. Let's have a look now at the actual code that makes this up. Now if this is your first time looking at JS Fiddle is just a way of being able to develop or check or design or create JavaScript HTML based content and check it out at the same time to see what it looks like. And you can just use the run button to get it to start, and it will reload everything when you press run, ready for it to actually work. First things first, let's have a look at the HTML. This is the HTML that creates all of this layout on the right, and you can just put this HTML into your content. Then you need to have some way of adding this JavaScript into your content as well. The HTML, quite simple. I've just put a div here to put a margin, so style equals margin around, just to give a bit of space here so it doesn't sit right on the edge. You can remove that if you like. The heading 2 is just the question. Choose 3 of the best-selling albums in Australia. Then we have a form and an input button for each of these items. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the 4. You can add more if you like. I've given them all an ID, RI item 1. I've used RI for a Ricoshae at the start of each ID, just to differentiate mine from any other IDs that you may have in your content. Obviously, you can change that to see what you want. Then we have a button to check answer. There is our check answer button. Then we have a div, which is hidden using class RI hide, which is over here. There is our class. RI hide is display none. That's our CSS. That means it will hide the div called RI correct, and also RI hide will hide the div incorrect. I've also added in an RI alert success and RI alert danger, just to show the red and green correct and incorrect answers, or the feedback that they get when they click on check answer. Let's jump down and have a look at the JavaScript part of this. So the JavaScript part is quite simple. We have a function. Basically, this just means that this code will initialize once the DOM is ready and everything is available. So it will go through and it will find RI check answer wherever RI check answer is. So it'll look for the ID check answer, which is check answer, which is our button. It's that check answer button there. It will find that, add an event listener that basically just goes and checks the answer to see if they got the answers correct. So fn check answer is just a call to a function. Quite simple. It jumps down to the function down here, and I can remove this bit of code because that was the jQuery version that I'll take out, because you don't need that. Here is our check answer function. And check answer function, all this basically does is go through and check whether, first of all, it makes sure that the correct and incorrect, so this is the ID correct and ID incorrect, make sure both of those divs are hidden before it goes and calculates what the result is, whether it's correct or not. RI add class, and then it goes and finds RI correct and adds the RI hide class. So that's a function again, right down the bottom. RI add class is a little function that finds the class called RI correct. Sorry, finds the ID element, RI correct, and adds the class RI hide. So it basically just hides the result or the answers down the bottom. That way, every time they check an answer, it disappears or it hides again so that they don't see it. And then we go through, and all we're doing here is checking if each ID, and here's our checkboxes, if ID item 1 is ticked, and ID item 2 is ticked, and ID item 3 is not. Notice we have the exclamation in the front, which means is not checked. ID 4 is checked, so that means the conditions are that, that, and that. If all of those are true, then we remove the RI hide class from the correct ID, and that means that RI correct, this one here, will show that they got the correct answer. Obviously, else show that it is incorrect, which means I get the incorrect answer. So you can replace correct and incorrect with whatever phrases you want. You can replace the inputs with whatever you want. You can add more inputs if you like as well. Quite okay, quite simple. That's basically all there is to it. How do we embed this into our content? Even easier. We go to embed, remove all of the JavaScript, HTML, CSS and results because we just want this part of it. I will grab the iframe version because then it's just like adding a YouTube video into your content. We'll now go into our course. So we'll go into our course and we're just going to create a page and call it multiple choice. In there we can have some content there, and we can have more content. In this gap here is where we're going to put our activity. So I just go into the code, go to where that activity goes, and I'll paste in that iframe. And I'm just going to make that 400 high, just because it'll give a bit more room, maybe too much room. So maybe 350 is okay. Choose save and display. You can see now in our learning content, I now have the quiz or the questions, which is choose 3 of the best selling albums in Australia. If I choose incorrect by choosing all of them and go check answer, it will say incorrect. If I go back and choose the correct ones, which is just those 3, it will then say correct. And I have a nice, simple, easy, multiple choice activity built for you to be able to create your own. Quite simple and easy. And that's the first activity. So I've got a few more of those for you. So keep an eye on the next few videos. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can get those and make sure you can follow them. And the other activities will include things like selecting images, some activity type things where students have to type in results or calculations, and it will tell them whether they got their calculations right based on randomly selected calculations. Really cool little activities. There's about 5 or 6 of those. So I will see you in the next one.